Depression is a mental disorder that causes feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and helplessness. It affects the way you think, feel, and behave. It's not like other illnesses that can be treated with medication or surgery. Depression is not just about feeling sad. It also makes us do things that may not be essential for our day-to-day living. Some of these 10 things are: Number 1. Depression will make you start to isolate ourselves from our friends and family. The most dangerous thing that can happen to a human being is to isolate themselves from their loved ones. This leads them to feel helpless and hopeless, and ultimately depressed. Depression leads them to establish negative thoughts about their life and what they're going through. Depression is a condition that affects all kinds of people, from all walks of life. It can be hard to talk about it with friends and family, which can lead to a sense of isolation. Number 2. Depression stops us from going out with friends. Depression can make it hard to leave the house, to socialize. Depression can be difficult to deal with. It makes you feel down, sad, and unmotivated to do anything. As a result, we tend to stay in and keep our heads down, while the rest of the world is out there, having fun. Sometimes, depression can even prevent us from going out with friends, or going on dates. But no matter how dark it is, there are things that help you find your way back. Number 3. Depression makes us to stop exercising, or do anything. Depression can cause us to feel unmotivated and exhausted, making it difficult for us to exercise or do anything. Research shows that physical activity is an important part of fighting depression, as it helps keep our moods up and our energy levels high. Exercise has also been shown to improve symptoms in people who are depressed. Depression can be a difficult and exhausting condition. Between the inactivity and lack of motivation, it's easy to feel defeated and give up. Number 4. Depression makes us stop reading books and watching movies. Depression is a very common and serious mental illness that can make people feel hopeless. Depression affects a person's life in many ways, but the one thing it can't take away is the desire to read or watch a movie. This is because reading or watching movies makes people feel better. It can help them escape reality and provide them with a sense of escapism. As long as there is always something new to read or watch and enjoy, depression will never have an effect on these hobbies. Number 5. Depression makes us start to obsess over how long we've been sad, and wonder if it will ever end, or change. The journey of depression is a long and tiring one. The feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness, and sadness can be overwhelming. It's difficult to carry on through the days if you feel as though you're constantly trapped inside your own head. With depression, people often obsess over how long they've been depressed, and wonder if it will ever end or change. It is a common symptom for those who suffer from depression, and is usually caused by something that has already happened in the past. Number 6. Depression makes us to start isolating ourselves from others, because we don't want anyone else to see us in our sadness. Everyone feels sad from time to time, but depression can be a serious condition that keeps people from functioning. It can make daily life difficult for those who experience it, and often leads to isolation. Seeing a therapist may be the best option for those with depression. Many times, we actively want to isolate ourselves in order to make the pain more bearable. It makes you set boundaries so that you are not constantly engaging with others who might not understand your situation. Number 7. Depression makes us become pessimistic and talk about how bad everything is going to be for the rest of our life. Depression can make it really difficult to deal with life. It's a natural human reaction to feel hopeless after going through a hard time, but people often obsessively think about the worst-case scenario and fail to see the silver lining. It's important not to let depression ruin your life, but it's even more important not to let depression ruin your relationships. Number 8. Depression makes us become angry at ourselves, others, or the world. It affects how you see yourself and the world around you, to the point where it becomes difficult to carry on. There are many factors that can contribute to depression, such as genetics, environment, and certain cognitive disorders. However, many people do not realize that anger is a powerful emotion and can become a trigger for depression. There are healthy ways to express anger in order to stay safe and connected with yourself without getting depressed. Number 9. Depression makes us develop negative thoughts about ourselves. Depression affects 30 million people in America, and it can make us feel hopeless and unable to find happiness. It often leads to suicidal thoughts, making depression a leading cause of death among 15 to 29-year-olds. It is estimated that about 1 in 5 people will experience depression at some point in their lifetime. It is a psychological disease that affects people physically, mentally, and emotionally. These negative thoughts about ourselves can cause us to fall into more negative behaviors, which can lead to more depression in the long run. Number 10. Depression makes us develop a sense of hopelessness. Depression is a common mental disorder that can affect 1 in 5 people at some point in their lifetime. It is characterized by feelings of sadness and a lack of interest in life. The most effective treatment for depression is psychotherapy, which studies show may reduce the risk for suicide attempts by as much as 50%. Unfortunately, depression has been seen as a normal part of life for many people, which can lead to a sense of hopelessness. This feeling makes it difficult for people to feel motivated about anything, and makes it harder for them to find their purpose in life.